York style is just as eclectic as the people you see on the street, and that's one of the reasons I would never move the Sartorialist home base from here to anywhere else. Because in New York, when you turn the corner, you just never know what you're going to find. My name's Scott Schumann, and I am the founder and photographer for the Sartorialist. When I started the blog, I really didn't have anything I had set out to achieve or create. I knew I had a good point of view, so I really didn't do it thinking it was going to become something. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I thought, if I can execute this well, there's no reason to think that it can't be something. I dreamed about being a designer, but early I could tell that my work would just end up being derivative of the people that I really admired. Where with photography, I never dreamed about being a photographer, never really thought about it. So I think I was able to, by not having that as kind of a weight when I was young, I was able to come to it with a totally different point of view. I was sensitive to photography and going with my own focus and my own point of view, and really having that point of view shaped by the years I had in the fashion business before. I was going to it much less in trying to capture a photographic image than trying to tell something about the fashion I was seeing. But once I learned how to be able to communicate that fashion, what I was feeling about the fashion that I was shooting, my photographs became better. I was able to make it more clear, what I was feeling about that fashion through the image itself, so I wouldn't have to write very much. Just learning how to communicate, and for me that's what the blog is. It's a little bit about fashion, a little bit about photography, but it's really just communicating. Well, for me, there's really no definition of good style. The one word that I think is so important in creating a style is consistency. Not repetitiveness, and I think a lot of people confuse repetitiveness with consistency. Repetitiveness is just saying, I'm always going to wear preppy clothes and that's my thing, and it just gets repetitive and boring, and to me lacks a lot of style because you're just hiding behind this coat of preppiness or goth or whatever. To me that's great style, is to figure out how to have a consistency in the way you look but still evolve it and still be able to change what you're wearing. Those kind of guys, I think, are almost outside of that whole area of trend and what's happening in the moment. And I think we've really lost the thread of what magazines, especially fashion magazines, were originally supposed to do, is just tell us what's out there, tell us what's coming next, as opposed to trying to enforce certain trends. But when they were just kind of reporting, this is what's happening on the runway, just to let you know, that kind of point of view, that kind of way of reporting it, is where people really bought into it. And again, I think that's going to be something that hopefully will evolve in the future, that people will figure out how to relate with magazines and what kind of information they should be getting from them. Well, the hype for Fashion Week is, I always look forward to it. It's really about just hoping to see something new, see a new direction, see just seeing different references, different reference combinations, oh, Eskimo firefighter, oh, that's funny, that's kind of different. For me, it's really about that. It's like going to an art show or anything else, just getting to see these different kinds of options that we'll have. Quintessential New York style is like New York. It's a total mix, you can say prep. I think that's American style, kind of this prep, kind of Ralph Lauren look is very American more than anything else. But at the same time, you have an athleticism here in the way people dress, the way they, they'll consider Nike as much of a designer as, anyone else. And so it's that way they combine it. You can see even a goth girl wearing Nike. So it's really, New York style is just as eclectic as the people you see on the street.